Hey y'all, sometimes I feel like in life we get so caught up on seeing the glass half empty rather than seeing it half full. We focus so much on the negative that we often forget that there's so many positive things around us. People look at life as if it's something that's so hard, it's something that we have to do. We have to pay bills, we have to buy groceries, we have to, take the kids to school, we have to walk the dog, we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to go to work, when in reality you don't have to do anything. Everything in life is an experience and it's something that you get to do. The minute you shift your mindset, you shift the way you view life in general, and it obviously shifts your perception and your experiences in life. When you shift from I have to go to work to I am blessed to have the ability to work, I'm blessed to be able to walk on two legs, to have a job, things like that, well then you shift your experience. When you focus on the fact that you have to do things, you treat it as if it's an obligation and that you don't have free will in life and that life is no longer enjoyable because you are being forced to do these things, but nobody's holding a gun to your head telling you to work, but we choose to. I feel like when you enjoy it and say, okay, life is beautiful because I'm able to work, life is beautiful because I'm able to walk, on these two legs and get up and go to work, then you enjoy things a lot more. And it's okay if you don't have a good experience with everything because you're a human. And I don't want y'all to think I'm law of attraction. I don't follow law of attraction, but I am law of assumption, and what you assume to be true is what's ultimately true. When you shift out of that mindset of having to do things, everything becomes a lot better. If you don't want to work that 9 to 5, don't make yourself work the 9 to 5, but tell yourself, well, I'm blessed to be able to even get up and work, but I choose a different path. I realize that this is not the path for me. This is not the job I want. So I'm going to choose a whole nother direction when it comes to working. And I already have what I want. If I want to have my own business, I already have my own business, because that's the beauty of life. I get to make choices. I get to choose my own path. I get to decide what's right for me and what's not. And I have the free will to make it happen. I don't ever have to stay stuck in a situation. I won't be a prison in my own mind, and I won't be a victim in my own story. I'm the only one with the key, so why would I keep myself hostage when there's so many opportunities in front of me? It's endless opportunities and endless roads you can go down. So if you notice endless roads, why would you restrict yourself to one path? Why would you restrict yourself to one path and be mad that you're on that path when you chose that path for yourself? Everything in life is a choice. Everything is a decision. Let me put my bag down because my bag's getting heavy. Everything in life is a decision. You can have whatever you want in this lifetime. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. Instead of saying, oh, like, I'm so mad because, like, I have to pay bills. How about I'm blessed because I have the ability to pay bills. I have the money to pay the bills. I'm so happy I get to pay bills because that means money circulating in my pockets. You're not ever spending money, you're circulating money. Spending is insinuating that you're getting the money and it's going somewhere and you're not getting it back because you spent it. Instead of saying you're circulating the money, which insinuates that you are putting money into something, you're getting it right back. You're circulating money, you're generating money, you're not spending it. You don't have to spend anything. When you give money, you get it back. Every time I spend, I get it back times 10. That's what you should be telling yourself. I get it, like bills, nobody wants to pay them. Okay, but when you start seeing the glass half full and tell yourself, at least I get to have the money to pay these bills. A lot of people don't have money to pay bills. And if you don't have money, or you feel like you don't have money, well then that's why you assume in your favor. You assume you have the money. You assume you have everything you need because you do. You are in control of your entire reality. You will not be a victim in your reality. You make every single decision. You're in control of every single decision that is made. So you're never stuck in a situation. Like I said, if you hate your 9 to 5, well then don't work a 9 to 5. Tell yourself you have your own business and you're an entrepreneur and you make 6 figures, and so you will. That's how it works. And then if you want a better partner, or you want your partner to be a better person to you, instead of sitting in the energy of my partner's horrible, they run their mouth, or they don't want to do anything I tell them to do, and they don't text me back on time, and they're this and they're that. Shift out of that assumption to my person is exactly who I want them to be. They're always texting me, they're always calling me, they're always obsessing over me, they love me, they spoil me, they do everything I want them to do, and so they'll do that. When you focus on the negative and you put too much energy into the negative and you assume that the negative is happening, well then you keep that energy alive. You're feeding the plant, you're adding fuel to the fire. If you don't like something, don't acknowledge it, or you can acknowledge it once, but realize that if you keep pouring energy into it, it's going to continue to blossom. If you don't want it, stop pouring water into it so it can die. Put your energy somewhere else. Put your energy in a whole other plant. Water a whole other plant. Stop watering the same plant that you know you don't like. It's that simple. Focus on the good, stop focusing on the bad. Life is truly that easy. When you focus on the good, you get more good. When you focus on the bad, you get more bad. When you assume these negative things to be true and you accept it as truth, well, then it has no choice but to be true, because reality can only do what you say it does. Reality is a mirror. If you stand in front of the mirror and you lift your arm up, your reflection's arm is also going to lift, because you are your reflection. You are everything. When something plays out in life, that is you. That is a reflection of the things you've assumed to be true. Your reflection can't move unless you move. You can't expect you to have a healthy relationship when you always affirm that relationships are toxic and you can never find a good person, everybody cheats on you. You cannot expect to have a lot of money when every single time you look at your bank account, you tell yourself that you're broke and you don't know how you're going to pay the bill and that you hate paying bills. You cannot do that. That's not how it works. So always assume in your favor. If you want more money, tell yourself you have that money. You have your own business. You're always circulating wealth. Every time you spend, you get it back times 10. If you want a better person, tell yourself that your SP is healthy and they treat you well and they spoil you and they love you, because why would you not get that? You're deserving of all. Put yourself on that pedestal and realize who you are until you'll get it. You know, it's truly that simple. And a lot of people like to say, oh, it's easier said than done. It's easier. No, it's not easier said than done. Just do it. You're making excuses for yourself because you're so comfortable being a victim in your own life. I get it. Your ego wants to be safe. Your ego wants to play the victim card because it's a lot easier than making a change. It's a lot easier than making a mindset change, a mental change. A lot of y'all don't have control over your own mindset, but it's your mind. Nobody control your mindset but you. It's your mind. So make that change. It's truly that simple. It's not easier said than done. You just don't want to do it. Because if you don't do it, then how is it going to get done when it's your mind? It is your mind. How will it get done if you don't do it? You'd rather hide behind that brick wall of saying it's easier said than done. Stop hiding. Confront your assumptions. Confront your own mind and change it. Confront your own beliefs and change it. Confront your own habits and change it. Stop letting life have control over you. Stop letting life run you, and stop letting your circumstances dictate your reality when you have control. You should be the only one dictating your reality, and you should be the only one that has control over everything in this world. Everything tangible starts with the mind. Every circumstance starts with the mind. Everything in this life starts with the mind. So if you know it all starts with the mind, why would you not solve it? Why would you not solve the things that you are assuming? Why would you not change your assumptions when it's all starting with the mind? How do you expect a physical change, but you can't make a mental or spiritual change? That doesn't make any sense. So the minute you shift your mind, well, obviously it'll shift your beliefs. Affirmations. If you keep repeating something to yourself, it's going to become true. Why? Because repetition creates belief. And your belief creates your reality. You know? So that is food for thought, y'all. Look at life as a beautiful thing because it is, and stop basking in the negativity and continuing to fuel the negativity when everything you need to change it is right here. It's right here. You don't need to go buy anything. You don't need to do anything like that because it's all internal. You want more money, you don't need to buy something to get more money. Why? Because it's up here. Everything you need, up here. And I mean that.